It was touch and go with Sistina. She's a filly who's sort of been widely spoken about that she needs a bit of ease in the ground. The plan was always to travel over and give it our best shot. Luckily we got a bit of rain sort of 24 hours before and it just put the ground slightly on the easy side. And I think by race day with the strong winds that there were there at the Curragh, I think it was probably decent ground. No, look, it was a good call from Steve and Becky Hillen to give her a go, and she rewarded them with their bravest. I had a great friend who was getting married that day, and yeah, we watched it in the hotel before the wedding. So Steve and Becky came and joined us afterwards, but the plan was not to run. So Steve said, "There's no point you going over because she won't run." So it was a nice thing when he told us that it was. It was sad not to be there, but certainly didn't change the result.
But it's Via Sistina moving away as they run up to the finish. Is going to beat the home challenge in the year-long Pretty Polly Stakes.
It's actually nice to have seen her back up so well after the race because she did have a hard race. It was speed favouring track as ever at the Curragh, and she's bouncing at home, and it just gives us confidence into the autumn that we can make plenty of use of her when she does get almost her guaranteed ground. She'll be declared for the Falmouth. I couldn't be happier with her, really, how she's training. Obviously, she hasn't done any faster work. There's rain swirling around Newmarket. We haven't had much of it yet. She'll be declared and we'll make a decision on the day. She hung to the right at the Curragh. I think it was probably the ground. Yeah, she's a big filly. She's considerably north of 500 kilos and just takes a bit of organising. But you see her on a straight track, you see a very different filly. So there's a few opportunities to run her on a straight track again. Obviously there's the Falmouth and then the Sun Chariot back on the Rowley Mile in the autumn. So yeah, we haven't seen it before, and she's absolutely fine after the race. So I hope we won't see it again. There's always worked, like she's got enough pace to drop back to the mile. I think just the ground, if it was slower, would probably help her show that turn of foot back at a mile. I was just saying to Jamie Spencer, who came to see her the other morning, there's very few horses in training that would be favourite for a Group 1 over a mile, 10 and 12 furlongs probably. I was delighted with Soprano at Ascot. She's a filly who I've always said for a while probably wants further. She's bred to get the mile, and I think if we had been a bit more forceful from the gate, we would have been closer. I'm certainly not saying we'd have won, but she's a filly who's progressing. She worked nicely this morning, just breezed solo 6 furlongs, and I think her best work is late. And just walking the July course last night, to me it's a stiffer track than the Rowley Mile, and I think it will suit her better. I'd expect to see Ryan Moore have her slightly closer to the pace, and I think she'll run a very big race. She had quite a long break after her win at Newmarket, and we kind of just got her there in time for Ascot, and I think there's a chance that she might have improved physically again, and she was a shell of a horse in the spring, and I just think that she's one that will go on improving through the summer. And look, it's a Group 2, she's second favourite. It's all about building that top black type for her and trying to find the race that we can make her a black type winner. Star of Mystery, obviously the standout contender there, very impressive in the Emperor Stakes. Course form, which obviously is very helpful. Look, at the moment we look like we're slightly ahead of a couple of the others, but it would be no surprise to see something improve with us. And I think it's a hot race, but it always is, and throws out a Group 1 horse in the end of the day. So the fact that we're near the top of the market is great for our owners. Thunder Moor will probably go to York on Friday. He's a course and distance winner. He won his maiden there when trained by Kevin Ryan, and I was pleased with him at Ascot. He missed a little bit of work, nothing significant. I just wanted to take him to Chelmsford before, just to have a blowout before he went to Ascot, and he went there in good shape and ran with credit. But I think dropping slightly in grade will see him to good effect. Baradar will need rain again. He's in the International at Ascot on King George Day, and he could well go there. But if we get the rain, we'll see him at Newmarket. Spangled Mac looks like running. Fast ground is what he wants. He was very tough at Ascot. Not many horses run twice in the week, and put up a great show in the Buckingham Palace and then backed up in the Wokingham on the Saturday. And he goes in good shape. He's going to win one of these big handicaps at some point, but be a brave man to tell you when. Conquistador go to Newmarket, provided we don't get a huge amount of rain. I thought he ran a great race at Ascot. It was jumping up from 2 all-weather winds into the biggest show, and he just slightly lacked a gear through the middle part of the race, and does seem sharper for the race. So William Buick rides, and he'll go to Newmarket all being well.